and automatically changing the settings. Let me see if I can change the setting on this thing. Reduce automatic. It's not automatic reducing it. I hope everybody can hear me. Can you hear me and stuff like that? Okay, so today I want to talk about. I'm just going to talk about domestic violence awareness and stuff because of the Renee and Theo situation. Mrs. R Fabulous, for people who don't know, and the Renee situation, she's been involved in a domestic violence situation that she's kept quiet for quite a long time. So I want to highlight this situation and stuff. For the people who don't know, I've been on TikTok and stuff like that. TikTok's generally like YouTube now. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of whatchamacallit. There's a lot of beef in there on YouTube and stuff. And TikTok's like that. Do you know what I mean? So I do enjoy TikTok and stuff. Let me see. Check to make sure this. I don't know why it keeps reducing the sound, which is really annoying and stuff. So let me just say. So maybe let's have a look. So this is your channel. Let me see if I can. Wanna watch some of the things, yeah. So basically, Theo, Prince Charming. We thought Theo was a good man, and then we found out later that he's been beaten a lot. So Renee seems to do more on TikTok, but TikTok's good, and I like TikTok because you can get more subscribers on TikTok, and the money seems to be rolling in. But there's been some disturbing things, going on and stuff like that. And I've had this strained relationship with my mum myself, so I empathise with Renee. And I've been through SA myself as a child, so I understand Renee's been through SA as well, as a child. But I got my PDF prosecuted, but Renee didn't get her PDF prosecuted. So unfortunately, this raster PDF file that was essaying Renee and the local children has got away with his crimes. So I think that's where some of that anger comes from. But I want to show you some of the lives. It's just sad. Yeah. So Jamaica is 6 hours. Jamaica is 6 hours behind us. So, what do you call it? When I got up this morning, Renee was crying because Theo had, boxed her one time. So let's listen to how it happened.
And your dad held my child, and your dad never told you to stop. Your dad never said anything to you, and all your dad said was, "Me and your mum never grow like this. Me and your mum don't do this anymore." That's all he said. While you was holding my baby, while you was holding my child. Do you understand? I don't give a fuck. I will fight you to the wheel falls off, but not with my child there. Not with my daughter standing there with her granddad holding her and watching me get punched in my face. You did it in front of my baby.
I don't even know if you can hear it properly. I hope you can hear it and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I hope you can hear it.
Life. You would never see my child, and that's one reason why you're not on her birth certificate. You could never fuck with me. I'm too smart. I never put your name on that birth certificate for a reason, because I knew if I put your name as her father, you have power against me. So I never put him on the birth certificate, and he kept telling me change it. Evil, bro.
I'm just checking to make sure you can hear.
I'm watching her cry. I had to come give her a hug. Like, I need to go watch her. Because she was sleeping. And he just kept going. He just kept going. And I don't know what the issue was. I don't even know what the problem was. And your dad held my child. And your dad never told you to stop. Your dad never said anything to you. And all your dad said was,
So that's what happened. And then another thing, Renee, if I put Renee and Theo, the baby daddy, and he's got a channel as well. I'll put a link to Theo's channel, but it's just so disgusting what happened to her.
honestly, I don't even know where to start. I actually don't know where to start. This man tries to do this in front of my kid. That's why I'm hurting right now. The fact that my child saw that. All I know, I went to pick Minnie up, but the whole day, he will come in the room. I'm on my live stream, yeah? And he will come in the room and I'll mute my live. Leave her, don't, like, he will say things like, leave that alone, leave that alone. Why am I entertaining this girl? Why am I talking to a woman? Why am I talking to a woman and helping a woman that don't have her kids? So I was like, how the fuck does he know what's going on? So my mouth is proper hurting me because I've got crowns. My brain is throbbing because my crown's cracked. Do you understand? So I've got a mad toothache right now. So the whole day today, I've been helping Millie in it the whole day. I definitely need to go to hospital. My mouth is fucking hurting me. I'm on live and I'm in London because he doesn't want me on live. Do you understand? He's always telling me, come off your live, come off your live, come off your live. Why are you on live? Why are you on live? I'm like, why do you always have an issue when I'm on my live? Leave me alone, lad. I'm not bothering you. Gee, I'm coming from. So obviously that's why I haven't really been on live since I've been here. He said to leave it alone.
And that's another thing. That's what abusers do, don't they? They try and control a woman. You know, they try and control the person that they're abusing. And that's what he's doing. And apparently he's got 4 baby mothers. She's number 5. And he's not paying for her and the baby. And the way she's making her money, and he's trying to stop that. Because he's trying to isolate her. So she can only have to depend on him because he's from Jamaica. His Jamaican money ain't going nowhere when she lives in the 6th biggest economy in the world. Yeah, so that's why he's trying to control her so she can be poor like him. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't look like he doesn't have the money, does he? Let's be honest. And it indicates to me, that the fact that, because I don't know, they say 4 baby mothers. I've heard somebody say that Theo has got 5 baby mothers. Yeah, but he's got a lot of baby mothers anyway. So we all know the currency. I checked the currency from Jamaican currency to what you call it, British currency, and it's low. Like, it's very, very low. So there's no way that Theo can afford to have all these baby mothers and have a baby mother in Britain with a baby. Do you know what I mean? And I think he feels demasculated. Yeah, I think he feels demasculated because Renee's the one bringing in the money. She's the one that gathers for her and her daughter. Apparently, according to Renee, she's gathering for his other children too. As she would, though, if you have a baby with a man and he's got other children, you're gonna gift the children other things because that is your child's siblings. You know what I mean? That's how what a decent person would do. Yeah. Yeah. Now, so I'm just reading the comment section. Did you, I heard the same? He did it to them too. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I heard. That's why if he's got 4 or 5 baby mothers, of course he's done it to them. Do you know what I mean? That's probably what happened. That he was beating up the other baby mothers, so they picked up their picking and left. Yeah, and then but you know, but I was on another live. I was on TikTok listening to a live, and some of the 1 or 2 of the girls were saying that allegedly Renee knew that there was rumors of him being Theo being a woman and beater, and she still went there. I don't know how far it's true because I don't. I've not heard that rumor, but what's funny about this is he's saying that she should come off live, yeah. But he's on live. He was on his live today, and he's got a TikTok. So he's jealous of the money that she makes, and he's only got about 4,000 subs. She's in 250,000, isn't she, on her TikTok? So that's what he's jealous of because he's got too many baby mothers and too many children, and he can't afford it. And she's got 1 baby. Do you know what I mean? He feels demasculated. Do you know what I mean? Because she's the one pulling the weight and gathering, and he's not. He got worried about all his baby mothers and the kids. But she was doing it for her Millie, her friend. Yeah. See, and you know what? I think God works in mysterious ways because, do you know what I mean? You know, they were doing the back and forth because Millie's got her story, hasn't she? Millie's lost her kids, but I think God brought Millie to Renee to give her support when she was in Jamaica because now Millie's the one supporting Renee, giving her that moral support because Millie's been through a lot. She's lost her children. She's lost 2 of her children to adoption, hasn't she? Do you know what I mean? So she's giving Renee that support. So the Lord works in mysterious ways. Yeah, Renee went first and then Millie went later.
Off the live. Sorry, Mama. I came off the live eventually. And then when I came off the live, he was giving me attitude. He wasn't trying to. He was just being rude to me. He was being so nasty. I don't even know what the hell was his problem. I bought food for me and my friend. He came when I bought the food, looking at me now, pre in the situation, telling me mute my live again. So I mute my live again. You're not gonna come off of that. You're not gonna come off of that. You're not gonna come off of that. You're just sitting out there and So I was like, what does it matter to you? Like, I'm not doing nothing to you. I don't understand. He's like, don't you see this is bare drama. Cool. I come from my live, wait till I have another shower, blah, blah, blah. Then I had my shower.
This is what I mean, Rennie. This nigga, sorry to think it, but this nigga, Theo, is fucking with your money. You said yourself that this nigga ain't paid for you and your child. Who paid for the flight for you to get there? Yeah? You. Yeah? Did Theo pay? How much is Theo paying in child support with that Jamaican money? Yeah? And all the pickings that he has, the queue of children that he has. Yeah? Probably 0, if any. Yeah? So you got to be mother and father financially. So when you're online, because you're an influence, that's how you make your money. That's how he met you. Then he wanna cut your money. He wanna play with your bag because he can't afford to gather for his own child, and he feels demasculated as a man because you're the one gathering for the child that you and him have. Instead of him to get up and go and get up and work or go and do his own influencing, he want to sit there and mess about with your bag. Pussy Clark, man. Yeah, I saw her face. Her face is mashed up, fam, and she's got crowns. And that son is like, he's obviously hit her. But the saddest thing for me was when she started talking about how he boxed her when they were in London, and he called the police on her. Allegedly, that's what he's saying. My heart broke for her. I felt sorry for her. And then, did you see what her mum was doing? Like, whoa. Renee's mum's a bit like my mum, man. Fucking hell. Renee's mum was moving like a hater, man. Her mum was just doing the gospel music. Mama Fabulous was on TikTok with the gospel music. And then she put a tape across her mouth saying that she's not saying anything. And something about she don't have to box anyone anymore because it's already happened. Yeah, but my thing is, no matter what you feel about your daughter, and because your daughter's an adult now, what if your grandchild miracle? What if something happens to her and the father lays hands on miracle? Do you know what I mean? So it's not just Rennie that we're talking about, Mama Fabulous. That's what I would say. I say, as a Christian woman, I can see that she's a believer in the Bible and Christianity. Think of your granddaughter too. You not think of just Rennie. Think of your granddaughter. And Rennie helps you out financially. Do you know what I mean? Because you're only a cleaner and a care worker. For upon all the children that you have, that money ain't going to stretch far when you live in London. Renee help you out financially. So I beg you, put your beef aside with your daughter and console her. Because if Renee become unalive now because of Theo or anything happened to Miracle, will you feel good? You won't feel good. You feel bad, so you put this shit aside. Yeah. You take her to the police, yes. It looks swollen. And because the fact that she's got crowns, which I think when they shave off your tooth because it's rotten or something like that, and they put a fake one on, and now it's slipped, hasn't it? Do you know what I mean? And she's swollen, so now I don't know how healthcare is in Jamaica. Whether she's got money to go and find a good dentist in Jamaica that can fix it. But she says she's in a lot of pain and that she might have to fly to America to get her teeth fixed. You see this blood clot Theo, that nigger. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if you've been on Theo's live. I can drop Theo's TikTok channel for you just in case you've not been seen it. But let me just continue watching what she got to say. I just feel sorry for her.
He's like, where are you going? Because obviously I've put my clothes on now, innit? Like, I had to go get Millie at the coach station. So I went to go get Millie at the coach station. He's like, so who's going to watch Miracle? I was like, you can watch Miracle, you're not doing nothing. What's the problem if you watch Miracle for an hour? I'm only going to go pick up the girl and drop her to an Airbnb. He gave me attitude. I was like, she's your child. What's the problem to watch your child? He said, that's fine, then go on.
And this man not seen Miracle for months, Do you know what I mean? You live all the way in Jamaica, and then you got a problem with looking after your picking. Yeah, that's why you got so many of them, because the baby mothers are looking after them, not you. You just come and shoot.
So my friend came to pick me up, got in a taxi, went to pick up Millie. I've never sat down and I've never spoken about Millie to this man. A man that doesn't like drama, why would I sit there and speak to you about any drama? Do you understand? Every time these screen recording pages screen record my lives on a daily basis, this man comes and this man shows me the screen recording.
And another thing, like you're saying about him taking her to the police, but what she's saying is that he did that. He called the police on her when she was in London, and now he takes her to the police in Jamaica. I think he's trying to get her in trouble. Maybe get custody. I think he's definitely trying to do something like that, and it's proper disgusting. Do you know what I mean? He's just like, but apparently, according to her, when he called the police for her in London, the police told him to leave. He was told to leave, and Theo got his relatives. I think he's got relatives in Birmingham to come to Rennie and beg Rennie to take Theo back because she's baby number 5, isn't it? So many women have cash like Theo is used goods, and that's what he is. He's a sperm donor. He's used goods. Many women have what you call it, used them up. It's like old newspaper. Used them up, taken the sperm and taken off running when he started beating them. Yeah. And he couldn't afford to look after his children. Yeah. So now he's begging because he apparently proposed to her and everything. Could you imagine? And he's on his live saying he regrets it now. That's what he's saying. But the reason why he can't apologize to Renee because she don't listen. Whether she listen or not, you can still apologize. Does an apology, what do you call it, matter on whether or not the person takes your apology? You're supposed to apologize because you're sorry. You don't apologize just to see how that person reacts, so you can be forgiven. Renee, I hope you get this man prosecuted, but I don't know Jamaica, so I don't know if to take domestic violence seriously. Because a lot of these third world, the undeveloped nations, they don't take domestic violence seriously. So I don't know what go on. And she's saying that he's got a cousin or somebody that is a police person. So she's worried that any complaint that she make, it's not going to go anywhere because he knows someone in the police, and that might be true. I don't know if Jamaican police are like Nigerian police, where you pass brown envelope full of money, and then they quash a case, or they only investigate if you give them money, extra money. So I don't know if that's like what Jamaican police are like, but they could be. That might be another reason why she's worried about it.
Done every time. Renee, what is this? Renee, what is that? Renee's what is this? Renee, what is that? Renee, what is this? Renee, what is that? Every single time. I come in now from dropping Millie. Everything was fine. Everything was cool. I came in the house. I went and had a shower. I was laying in the bed with my towel on. Didn't get dressed yet. So when Yaga left this drama thing alone, I said, wait, I turn around because I'm on my phone. And he's like, when you going to leave this drama thing alone? I said, what are you talking about? I picked up the girl and I dropped her to her Airbnb. What's the issue? Why you keep talking to me about this all day? He's like, I seen a screen recording of you saying something about a foursome again. What have I told you? What have I told you to stop chatting about certain things? I said, I don't go on my live and just talk about it. Somebody speaks about it and I address it. Do you understand?
Yeah, Theo's proper controlling, isn't he? He's proper controlling. I don't know what a foursome that they're talking about and stuff, but if she stops doing her streaming, who got to provide for herself? Who got to pay her rent? Who's going to pay for the baby? Because she had to go homeless. Theo didn't get any money to go and get her an apartment in London on that Jamaican currency. He got how many baby mothers before her to gather for? Do you know what I mean? The guy's fucking with the money. He wants to fuck with her money. So she's broke and dependent on him so he can have control over her. That's what it's about. That's why he's telling her, get off the life, get off the life. And you met this girl. You knew that she was an influencer and she was on the drama. Yeah? So why are you now acting surprised? Maybe because you've only got 4,000 subscribers on your TikTok and she's got 500,000. I mean, she's got 250,000, isn't it?
And so I was like, what? What are you talking about? So I kept ignoring him because he clearly wanted an argument. So I kept ignoring him. So after that now, he's getting like upset, but he's not shouting. He's calm with it. Like he's calm, spoken with it. He's not shouting at me. He's not raising his voice. None of that. So he's like, oh, your auntie has an Airbnb. So you and Miracle need to come out my house. Like he's basically saying, is she going to be around us all the time? I was like, if you don't want her around you, I ain't got to be around you. I'm not going to leave the girl stranded in this country. You understand what I'm saying? I went to pick her up. I brought her to her Airbnb. What is the issue? Why are you starting an argument with me? Cool. The guy keeps talking, he's talking, so I'm ignoring him at this point. Then he's like, you don't want to be around the drama, ready to hear blah, blah, blah. Me and Miracle should go stay at my auntie's house and come at his house, whatever. So I said, fine. I packed my shit and I packed my daughter's stuff. And I said, drop me somewhere. I'm not going to stay in your house. It's 11 o'clock at night time and you're telling me and my child should go somewhere. That's fine. You ain't got to tell me twice. I get the fuck out. Do you understand? Honest.
Can you imagine? Could you imagine? 11 o'clock at night. 11 o'clock at night in Jamaica. Yeah. You don't tell the girls to leave. The only reason why you're telling her to leave, because you've got another woman waiting in the wings. Yeah. And she's been saying this for months that, you know, he's got another woman, he's got other women. Do you know what I mean? That's why. Because the only reason why you would throw your baby out on the street with the mother, yeah, 11 o'clock at night, yeah, because you want to get some pussy elsewhere. She's cramping your style. That's what that's about. Because no decent father would do that, yeah? Now, there's another thing. So this is Theo's response. Now, I don't understand patois, yeah? Theo speaks a lot of patois. He's not speaking standard English, so it's not easy to understand what he's saying. But if anybody understands patois, you can put it in the comment section after the video or put it in the description. But he basically, the translation is, he doesn't say shit. You know what I mean? He just talking, making excuses.
One of the things I know how is what she tells me. It never really have to do with anything pertaining to the girl. We've been there in Jamaica. First things first, as I say, I'm disappointed in that. Now I'm playing a victim, and she, me's a man, I'm like direct. Some would have like to tell her myself instead of the on the media. But as I say, sometimes the enabling makes you don't want to hear. Because what you go on, when I say don't want to listen to me and say, we're there yard now. We done say to say what you go on Renee. So when you fall back a yard, you get a fresh start again, you see. May I go back down a yard, go and prepare.
He's disappointed in something. She don't listen. Would you listen to a man like this that can't provide for his child and that hits you? How many women would listen to that? They wouldn't. You know, for a woman to listen to you, to respect you, you have to be able to provide financially. And if you've got lots of other children as well, and she's providing for your child, other children, why would she listen? Do you know what I mean? It's just a joke. It's an absolute joke.
Yeah, me forward. Yeah. She said, alright, Mr. Renee, you want with there in the UK, you want with the yard. Because people can see, I can fly as I feel like and them things, isn't it? So it's not about.
Oh, you translated what he's saying. She didn't listen. He's disappointed in something. Oh, yeah, okay, so you translated. Thank you. He says he's disappointed in something. She doesn't listen. When you come back yard, you will fall back, right? And you need to fall back. Boy, I bet you. I'm just waiting for the other baby mamas to come. That's what we want. What we need is the other baby mamas to expose him. That's what we need.
To stay in the UK or to stay in America or whatever it is. Me just try to keep close to which part my energy there, because I'm not really spread my energy enough. So when we didn't want to enjoy ourselves, one day we're driving. Long story short, she basically try to give the girl where I come a heads up, say when you come, we not depend no bagga thing or what is it. She try to give the girl a heads up there. So I'm not sure if she not get the reaction from the girl. Why them kind of two off.
Also, he's saying if you want to be in the UK or yard, you need to keep close. Thank you for translating.
When you come on to the end of the night now, the whole thing is the terrace, I'm gonna help her out. If anything she show up, I'm gonna pick up the girl with her. Plans change. When the plans change in the night, she said she not about to pick up the girl, then I go. She not about to want me to pick up the girl. I go pick up the girl and everything, which is I don't think that's a good move, because you know, you invite somebody to your country, I gotta make sure so them at least reach good. So I said to her, she know me as a person, I always a meds where the little girl I go grow up and see and them things. So more I see him like she show me things, me show her things. So I said to her, say what you gonna be? More while you have to stop giving people them reaction, you know. Because them go screenshot the reaction them, and that is another digital footprint. I mean I see how sometimes just never bother pay it no mind, so that means say less.
Yeah, I got that bit when it said plans change when she pick up Millie.
Screen recording and things, yeah. That's what I talk about.
And one thing I do want to say, I understand Theo being concerned with Renee having miracle around Millie because she's lost two of her children. to adoption. So is there an issue of child neglect? Do you know what I mean? So I would be concerned if I had a friend like that around my child. Do you know what I mean? So I do understand what he's saying like that, but it's not the way to go about it because you can't provide for miracle.
No, as I say, the thing, you can talk to Renee nice and everything, but you see, once you have another opinion, come like that, attack.
So he wants her to fall back from TikTok. But he met the girl when she was on TikTok. Why should she fall back? Do you know what I mean? You can't provide. That's why you wanted to fall back so you can control her and stuff. And he's got a TikTok as well, you know. If he's got a TikTok and she got a TikTok, why should she fall back? Is he going to fall back from his TikTok? He's a fucking hypocrite, this guy, man.
So we just start arguing everything. This is that man, don't put your hand for me still. You know one call her? One thing, nah, defend no point for touch no woman, especially she's the mother of my daughter. And if you're not willing to ask her the truth, she enjoy every moment of the other around man. Make sure see how she govern, she good. Tie up all her ends in fear so she not have to even move more while she just can jump on her life and go and do what she do. Meanwhile, I get my thing them done and fear thing them done. It's a team thing we deal with. Me's a team, man. You see, once me there with a girl, me I go push for her. Any business she have or anything we she have, me I go push that.
Oh, so Millie's baby father spoke about Millie, but you punched her. He didn't defend hitting the baby mother. Okay.
Me now go there with her and come like say, right, man. Me have my thing I go and see me, but fear thing fear flourish. Or some mistake. But going into the matter, me now defend what go on last night because it go overboard last night for real in terms of hands-on situation it turned, isn't it? So that are definitely a wrong thing. The thing now is apologizing to Renee is even a harder thing now because you know when she don't want to hear from somebody, it's kind of hard to talk to her.
It's not hard to say sorry. Bullshit. It's not hard to say sorry. You can get a card. You can send a card to her. You got a telephone number. You can say that. Do you know what I mean? You can send somebody to send her a card and some flowers. Do you know what I mean? You can send your father. You can send any of your friends. You just don't want to apologize because of your pride. And you think you're the type of man that you think you should be able to just put hand on your woman like you've done with all the other baby mothers. Yeah? It's not hard to, if you're truly sorry, it's not hard to apologize. You just fucking do it. Even if the person don't want to hear it, you do it because you're sorry. End of. Yeah, this guy's lying because he wants to control her. It's the DV, yeah, domestic violence. Yeah, that's not. It's about control. Because if I go to his channel, let me go to his channel for you because he's finished talking now. Let me go to his channel. So the baby father, what's his name? And now I will show you how many subscribers she's got and what this guy's got. Yeah, and then you can see whose money that they're living off. Yeah. Let's see. So it's not even come up, has it? Renee's baby father. Let's see. I had this channel before. Let's see if I can go on. Go on mine. Oh, and I'm on TikTok for the people that don't know as well. Let me go on the comment section. Let's see. Let me go on this one. This is another lady. I don't know why. Does anyone know why it won't let me follow people on TikTok? Do you know what I mean? Does anyone know? Because it's not letting me follow people on TikTok.
You see what's been going on in FYP?
yeah, this lady from, I think she's from Manchester, but I think she's from Berrysides. But let me just go. So if we go to his TikTok, yeah. Oh yeah, I'll put a link to my TikTok. That's Theo's TikTok, yeah. So let's see what he's got. 5,131 followers. That's all he's got, yeah. All he's got. Just, do you know what I mean? To play the video. He's just more like a. He seems like he's more of like a music man. Do you know what I mean?
Someday I'ma look at.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? He's not like, I think this is his mum, the rest in peace, because his mum recently died from what I've heard. But do you see what I mean? He hasn't got. He's not going anywhere. He's not saying anything. But if you go to Mrs. R Fabulous's, we look at hers. Let's look at how many she's got now. Look at how much she's got. 224, and that's just one of her accounts. Yeah, and then you go to. She's got 3 different TikToks. Got 34,000. She got 200. She got 200. I think it's that. Yeah, that's 200. That's 250,000, isn't it? And she got 34. Yeah, and then she's got another TikTok. She's got about 3 different TikToks. So he's not saying anything. He's not making no money. Do you know what I mean? It's about controlling her because she's got more money than him. Do you know what I mean? She's only got one child to provide for. He's got God knows how many children to provide for and counting. Yeah. Now, let me just show. This is my TikTok. Well, I've got quite a few TikToks, but this is my TikTok. So I'll just put my TikTok in there because I've got to be honest, I prefer TikTok now because it's easy to get followers on TikTok and stuff. So I prefer TikTok, I've got to be honest with you. But there's another video. How long have I been going now? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so I was on TikTok and there's a lot of there's a lot of blaming. There's a lot of people on this TikTok blaming Renee, just hating on her. Her supporters and giving her money, donating, getting all upset. But the fact of the matter is, why are you getting upset about somebody else's money? If you're not donating to Renee because you don't like her, why are you going to get upset because someone else is donating? That's not your money to get upset about. And another thing is, they're just hating on her. And then they didn't mention that the girl's selling wigs. If you're selling wigs, she's like a beautician, isn't she? She's just not trained. She's not gone to beauty school and hairdressing school like I have. But she's basically a bloody beautician. She's a part-time beautician. Because if you're selling wigs and, you're doing your hair for your family or friends, you're a beautician. You just don't have the qualifications for it. Yeah, maybe that's something that she can look at doing. And then another thing is she's selling that dog blood, which is that Jamaican herb that helps with any uterine problems that women have. So she's selling that Jamaican bush medicine. Yeah. So all her money isn't coming from donations. But the way they're hating on her, you think that's how that's where she's getting all the money from? Do you know what I mean? Thank you for the follow, Hon. Thank you for the follow, Hon. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the compliment. Yeah. I just got up in the morning. I did the videos in the morning, people. So that's and I've just taken out my hair extensions and I'm one eyelash that's fell off. Do you know what I mean? So I wasn't looking my best, but it is what it is. It's not a fashion show, is that? I'm not a model, so I'm just going to come out and say what I've got to say. But the way they're speaking about Renee, a lot of it was jealousy. Because it's just like, why are you going to worry about someone else who's donating to Renee? If you want people to donate to you, because there was a whole load of black women in the live on these different TikTok lives bitching and moaning about Renee getting donations and her supporters. And I think it's because you're on that live on the panel and no one's donating. Nobody's going tick-ticking your thing. But if you want the money that Renee's getting, do what Renee does. Rennie lives on live. You don't even have to live on live. You can, whatever passion you got, you can do. You can do knitting. You can do. I saw one sister, one black lady. She was doing hair. She was dyeing the wig. She'd on a live. I just saw a lady like that. There's so many different TikTok channels. You can even sell. One of the things I'm looking at doing is selling the eyelashes. I've got some mink lashes, so I'm trying right now. I'm setting up a shop for TikTok to sell, mink eyelashes. There's so many things you can do on TikTok, but no, you want to sit there and hate on Renee because she's making money and you're not. Do you know what I mean? Like this is the thing with people. You know how people are. Yeah, Millie's trying to cheer her up. Yeah, thank God for Millie. Millie's like, I think Millie was sent as a blessing for Renee because obviously she's lost her children. She's had social workers. So she's going to understand what Renee's going through. Now, I don't know too much. I don't know enough about Renee, but I don't know enough about Millie in the sense of, I think I saw a video of her and a baby daddy, but I don't know the whole story as to how she lost the child and stuff. Because Millie's got a lot of haters. But one thing, I was watching Millie this morning. Millie was bringing in the money. And I think this is another reason why people are getting upset, because I was watching Millie. She was just sitting there. She didn't really say much because Renee was next to her, but she wasn't on camera. And people were just putting the money, £10, £20, and every time, even if someone donated £1, Millie went, thank you. She would say the person's name, say thank you for the pound, thank you for the £20. That's what she did for about half an hour. That girl must have come out just this month. She must have come out with at least £200. Without a doubt, she got £200, if not more. That's all she was doing. Now the thing is, I don't know if the what should we call it? Because people are saying that the Airbnb that they're staying at is Renee's auntie's, but Renee's auntie don't want Millie there. And Renee was just saying before on another see this live here that what should we call it? She's not going to get a refund and stuff. So that money that people are donating to is going to get them a new place. Now, some people are saying, oh, Millie and Rennie need to come back to England. No, people, don't let Theo ruin your fucking holiday. Yeah? Just move, because she says that where their Airbnb is right now, it's only walking distance from where Theo is. Move Airbnb. Jamaica's quite a big island. Go somewhere else and enjoy your holiday. Leave this deadbeat woman beater. Yeah? Do not ruin your fucking holiday, because what you're going to come to England for? It's autumn in England. It's freezing. Enjoy that Jamaican hot weather. Enjoy the organic food. Get yourself some of that bush medicine. But one thing I see with Rennie, another thing that was concerning me is, hey, Starmer, hey, baby, I'm all right, thanks, Starmer too. The thing that was concerning me with Rennie is she wasn't putting anything on her mouth. If you get box like that from a man and your mouth is swollen, you should go and get frozen peas or even a towel, wet it and press it against your face to bring down the swelling. Because if you leave it like that, it's just going to get infected and blown up. But that's she's just not doing that. That's the thing that says you shouldn't do. Rennie, you need to learn how to take care of yourself and stuff.
Ew, man.
She can't even talk. You can see the swelling.
Ew. You people rejoicing. I ain't give a fuck. My haters can hate.
Another thing I want to say as well. Yeah, she does. She needs to. I don't know how the health system works in Jamaica, but I've heard that you got to pay money. It's very similar to Nigeria. If you cannot pay money, you're not getting no service. That's what I've heard. Don't know if anybody if it's true, and that's how Jamaican health service work. But at least do something and put something on the face. Do you know what I mean? So you don't get mashed up and stuff like that. You'll be in even more pain if you don't try and bring the swelling down. But it's just like this guy. Like I'm just waiting. Like, do you know? Does anyone know how many baby mothers Theo actually has? Do you know what I mean? Does anyone actually know? But another thing that I found was shocking were the men were trying to justify, certain men on some of these lives on TikTok were just justifying, saying, oh, women beat men as well. Yes, they do. But we're not talking about that situation. We're talking about when a man has laid hands on Renee. Stop trying to divert. Yeah? But then they were saying, oh, did you what she said about that that essay thing, like when she was arguing, who was she arguing with? It wasn't Millen. She was arguing with someone on TikTok. So, or was it? She was arguing with someone and then said, putting a man's so-and-so in a child's mouth, whatever. Do you know what I mean? But if you know Renee's story, she shouldn't have said that. People say things when they're upset. But the fact of the matter is, there was a Rasta man when she was around about 12 that was SAing Renee and forcing him to perform oral on him. And this Rasta man was notorious in the area. He was running around London finding vulnerable children to abuse. Yeah? And he ended up taking her down the dark alley in a car, forcing her to perform oral sex on him. And then when she got home, she jumped out the car because she was begging him to take her home. And then she got home at 1 o'clock in the morning and her auntie started beating her for being out so late. And she didn't feel like she could tell her auntie that there was a PDF file, violating her. So that's the anger that she's got. And I understand it myself because I've been through SA as a child myself. So I understand the anger when your parents are not able, or the people that are your guardians are not able to protect you. Because remember, Renee's father wasn't there for her because he's all the way in Jamaica. Renee was raised by her aunties. I think they say she came here when she was 8. And according to Renee, Mama Fabulous was in jail. They did not say what Mama Fabulous has not said. Mummy Fabulous has not said what she was in jail for. I don't even think Mummy Fabulous has even talked about why she was in jail. She's not acknowledged it. It's only Renee that came out and said it. Because when I first came across Renee, I thought, oh yeah, she's a bit of a drama queen. Do you know what I mean? She was a bit like me, to tell you the truth, but years and years ago on these YouTube streets. But I've calmed down a lot, to tell you the honest truth. But the anger that she was having and the beef that she was having with her mum, I felt, is this girl being essayed as a child? Because I know that story. And exactly as I thought, I was right. The fact of the matter, she's been through similar to what I've been through. And the sad thing is, what she said is her aunties, God bless Renee's aunties for looking after Renee as a child. But she said her aunties used to have all types of people around her. They did not stop to think of whether these people were good to be around children. And, like, maybe her aunties were young. People make mistakes as parents. They make mistakes as aunties. Do you know what I mean? And they did not know. Because at the end of the day, a man that is going to violate a child is not going to tell the guardian or the parents that that's what he's into. So this Rasta man, like, I didn't even know Rasta man be abusing child. This is I was shocked. What I know of Rasta men as a British Nigerian, they say that they're most high, the most holy people. I didn't even know that Rasta man was doing domestic violence on Rasta women until I got older and people started saying, oh yeah, they'll bring out a passage in the Bible and justify beating on their woman. I didn't even know all this. The only thing I knew about Rastas were they were Jamaican people that acknowledged that they're of African descent and they're always picking up Africa and burning fire in Babylon. That's what I knew of them. Because I went to school with 1 or 2 Rasta children. I didn't know. I couldn't imagine that. You mean there's a Rasta man that's going around essaying children? But this, according to Renee, this is what's happening, yeah? So I think maybe that's another reason why she didn't say it, because maybe some people would not believe it, would be shocked to think that a Rasta man would be doing this to children. Because, you know, they talk about how they're holier than the rest of us. No disrespect, but that's how they go on in it. Rasta man talk about how they're more holier and pure than us, and they're on the bush medicine and, you know, the organic thing and all this, you know what I mean, and the Bible and the Most High. So many people wouldn't believe that a Rasta man would do that. But when Renee did this confession on her live on YouTube, people were mentioning the Rasta man's name, yeah? And then Rennie went, don't mention his name, don't mention his fucking name, just put these initials. So this guy is notorious. Whoever, I don't know if anyone knows, I don't know if that, you know, Afua Rose, that community activist in London. I don't know if, because she's always exposing these sexual predators, these, you know, the black men that sexual predators in London on her channel. I don't know if she knows him, but I think another reason why Renee is angry is because the man that SA'd her as a child, she never had the strength to get the guy prosecuted, and that he's gone on to go and do it to other people. Do you know what I mean? So that, but for me, it's different. I went and got that man prosecuted when I was 18. Do you know what I mean? I started to have nightmares. I was on that. I was like, bun that fucker. Yeah. But I think this is what I would say to Renee. I don't know Renee from Adam. Do you know what I mean? I'm just a support, and do you know what I mean? I enjoy your content. But I would say is, Renee, some of the anger that you're feeling, you're not a child anymore. You're not a vulnerable child that is being abused by a PDF file. You're a woman now, and you've got a young daughter yourself. It's time to stand up to the man. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. If you let this man get away with it, God knows how many other victims he's going to create. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I would say. Even if she comes across as real, if I ever met her, that's what I would say. You're not a child anymore. It's time to grow up. Yeah, you've got, you know. And another thing for me as well, I don't even know why you would keep the man's name a secret. What for? Why? Unless you're in fear of your life. I don't know if she's in fear of your life. I don't know if this rest of the man is a gangster. I don't know. But the people in the chat that were listening to Renee, they knew who she was talking about. So this guy must have been notorious. Do you know what I mean? For them to know, certain people in the chat to know who he is. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's another thing that, you know, because she's not prepared to confront and expose him and go through the court process, the anger's boiling up inside. Now, when it comes to Mummy Fabulous, people said on the TikTok live I was on, they said that if her mum went to jail, it's for drugs. So I don't know if that's the truth. If Mummy Fabulous went to jail for drugs, the only thing I would say to Mummy Fabulous is, forget about the beef that you're having with your daughter. Yeah, think of your grandchild. Yeah, I don't know if Mummy Fabulous has had the problem, but you know, another thing is, people said on the live that Mummy Fabulous said years ago that she was the type of woman that used to go around sleeping with men in order to get money to feed her children. And I think Mummy Fabulous, she got 5, and she got 2 boys and she got 3 girls. Unfortunately, the age that Mummy Fabulous is, she's in her 50s, isn't she? There's a lot of deadbeat fathers about, and she's only just got married to Guinness recently. So she obviously has not been successful in love. I think she's got about 3 different baby fathers: Renee's father, the boy's father, and the 2 girls' father. So that's 3. So she's not been successful in love. So obviously she had to do what she had to do in order to provide for a child, because something tells me that those men, apart from the girl's father, the youngest 2 girls, I don't think they were up to nothing. I don't think they were providing. Do you know what I mean? And I God forbid, I'm not trying to degrade Jamaica, but I don't know if Jamaica's the type of country where they force child support. I don't know, like, because, you know, like in America, if you don't pay child support, they put you in prison. I don't know if Jamaica's like that, that if these fathers are not providing for the children, whether the Jamaican state will deduct it from their wages, go and look for the man, take this driving license and put him in prison. I don't know if Jamaica's like that, but something tells me it's probably not. Do you know what I mean? It's probably one of those countries where a man just has to disappear. Do you know what I mean? And then he doesn't have to pay. Or maybe it might be that type of country, like similar like to Nigeria, where people think it's a family affair. That they will call the family meeting, and then they might go and beat up the man, or they might just do something, or they might say, "No, don't worry, Jesus, the Lord will provide. Don't worry, ladies, the Lord will provide." Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how the system works in Jamaica. Yeah, but they're saying that the mum was in some type of drug related. Yeah. I've never heard Mummy Fabulous ever say anything in relation. She doesn't acknowledge that she's been allegedly been to jail. She doesn't talk about what the sentence was about, why she did it. Do you know what I mean? I've never heard her say it. It's all come from Renee and what other people have said on TikTok. But this is why I want to condemn these deadbeat men and these fathers and these husbands that don't provide for their baby mothers and their wives and children, because when they don't, the women have to do certain things to survive. Do you know what I mean? It's survival. It's a jungle out there. And when you live in a country that's got a weak state, their men are treated like children. Do you know what I mean? The men don't have to pay. Like, I can only talk of Nigeria. Nigeria is just like a terrible country. Yeah, it's like one of I think it's the second biggest economy in Africa. But the men get away with not paying for their children. Do you know what I mean? The state's not going to do anything about it. They think it's a family affair. Do you know what I mean? A man can just get off running and take off running. Do you know what I mean? So it's a weak state. That's why you see all these Nigerians, you'll hear them dying in Libya, getting trafficked across the Mediterranean because the state is weak. That is what goes on, and the men are not held accountable for the children that they have. They can just keep on having children. Nothing's going to happen. Yeah. And that type of mentality breeds trafficking, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, all types of things. Yeah. But another thing is, so Renee was talking about, because her mum was in prison and her aunties raised her. That is why she calls her mum Maureen, because her mum wasn't around. I think Renee said she came when she was 8. It was her aunties that raised her. Her mum's only raised her youngest daughters. Yeah, Moesha. I can't remember what the other little one is called. Yeah, but now even Moesha and the little one are having problems with the mum as well. Now, what I say of Mummy Fabulous, she's only a cleaner and a care worker. It's an honest profession, but she's trying to do too much. She's trying to build a house in Jamaica as well as have a property in London, Greater London, which is madness. Which cleaning wages and care worker wage can afford you that luxury in life to have a property in Jamaica as well as have a property, have a property here in one of the most expensive cities in the UK, London. Do you know what I mean? It's madness. So that's why she's tapping Renee for money and stuff. But I don't know. Now they say about Guinness. Now another thing they're saying is, I think one of the reasons why Renee fell out. Another thing I noticed about Renee's mum was she blames Renee for a lot. Do you know what I mean? She was just going on, and then because obviously, I was shocked when Renee's mum was claiming universal credit for Moesha's children without telling Moesha. I was like, fucking hell. Do you know what I mean? And Moesha was living with her 3 children in her mum's 3-bedroom house in Romford. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, that's another level. And then when Moesha moved out and stuff, because could you imagine being 21 with 3 children in 1 bedroom, and your children are all under 3? Yeah, I couldn't last that long. Do you know what I mean? So I can understand why she moved out and put her name down and went homeless. So Renee's mum was angry about that. Yeah, and it's just at the end of the day, Mummy Fabulous, you need a better job. If you're, and you need a man that can provide. If you're going to try and keep a home in Jamaica and a home in London, you better be making that money, because that's a lot of money that you're going to need. Yeah. Now, what I don't understand about Mama Fabulous is she can obviously cook. I used to watch Mummy Fabulous's cooking when she used to do the cooking videos, but she don't do that anymore. Now she just spend a lot of time arguing with Renee, doing a back and forth thing with Renee, and then sitting on TikTok, arguing with her daughter and cussing out her children. You know what? She's just, I think Renee's mum is wasting her talent, because she's obviously got a talent for cooking. She could be doing cooking videos on TikTok and YouTube. And those cooking channels make a lot of money. They get a lot of subscribers, because there's a lot of people that don't know how to cook and do good recipes. And that's what I don't understand. I don't understand why the mum spends so much time arguing with the daughter, and instead of doing your cooking videos. And you could make that money where you could afford to have that property in Jamaica and have a property in London. That's what you could be doing, instead of relying on Renee to provide money. And do you know what I mean? And doing all this, like putting your daughter on the tenancy agreement, and making your daughter and your 3 grandchildren all stay in this 1 bedroom, so you can have a 3-bedroom house in Romford with a garden. It's madness. Do you know what I mean? But I was watching Renee's mum's funny, because Renee's mum was on TikTok and she was like this. And people just say, I'm a beggar. I'm a beggar. People ask her what she does. I'm a beggar. I'm a beggar. I was like, I don't think she's begging. She just wants donations. But I just think what I noticed with her lives is, Mama Family, she doesn't really say anything. I know this to get money, you got to say something. You got to entertain people. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why. She's cooking every day, or cooking. Why didn't she do a weekly cooking, stream? That's, do you know what I mean? It's just, it's a waste, because Renee got famous and got a finger because she used to do story time. She does her vlogs. Do you know what I mean? So she put in the work, did the video editing. She wasn't just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. Do you know what I mean? And just sitting there and talking. So I think that's what Renee's mum doesn't seem to understand, that you've got to do something. And then Renee was she's selling eyelashes as well. And I think that she used to sell headbands and bonnets, the silk bonnets as well. I remember years ago she was selling eyelashes and silk bonnets. She's doing selling all types of things. Do you know what I mean? So that's how she's got her money and stuff like that. It's not all just over donations, for fuck's sake. But yeah, so the whole thing is just sad, people. Now, don't forget to like. My TikTok is in the description. What's his name? Theo's TikTok is in the description, but I'll put it in the description bar after this live stream. I'm probably going to go because I don't want to be talking for too long, but we'll just have to see what happens now. I just hope there's no more drama, because I'm not being worried. But when you see a man that will just box a woman in front of the child, a baby at that matter, I don't want him to unalive or do serious damage, because there's a lot of lunatic men out there. Do you know what I mean? Have you not seen that David? That singer David? That, allegedly he's unalived that girl that was 14, his girlfriend. Put him in the body, the back of, put it in the front of the trunk, chopped her up, let her decompose for weeks. That's what I'm saying. You just don't know what the men are on. Like, I was watching a Jamaican lady on TikTok, and she said one of the things that her dad always said to her: make sure you've got your exit money when you've got a man. Because if things turn sour, you're going to need that exit money to get out of there. And and I think that's very good advice. Make sure you got your exit money. And Renee, if you're going through domestic violence, say goodbye to him. Don't let this nigger fuck up your money, because he's not providing for you. If he fucks up your money, you're going to be on him. You're going to be desperate and need him, or begging social. But it also makes sense now as to why she has a social worker. Because I was watching a stream a couple of months ago and I thought, why does she have a social worker? Now we know why, because of domestic violence. That's why she's got a social worker. Because the average mum, we don't have social workers. Do you know what I mean? The average mum in the UK don't have a social worker unless you've got some problems in your life that put you and your child in danger. That's the only reason why she's got a social worker. So it makes sense that she's obviously, social services obviously know she's suffering from some domestic violence and is vulnerable, because you don't get a social worker for nothing, people. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Take care, people. Please subscribe to my TikTok, and you might see me, and you'll see me on TikTok and stuff. And we'll just have to pray. Let's pray for Renee. Yeah, let's pray that she gets the strength to get rid of this deadbeat man and stuff. Laters.